is scored by Alan Smith as Arsenal go into the lead right on the stroke of half-time. Through to Ian Dowie, brought down by Tony Adams, and a penalty given. And a red card! The Arsenal captain sent off. That's a sensational development now at Kenilworth Road. And now Arsenal back on their haunches because they could be pulled back to 1-1 as Dreyer lines up to take this penalty for Luton Town. Scores, and it's 1-1.
Manager Terry Venables again in the spotlight. A reported £20,000 cut in his contract. His future at White Hart Lane looking increasingly uncertain. Against Sunderland, Venables' side seemed unable to shake the continuing bad news out of their system. Colin Pascoe, who hadn't scored for a year, put the Wearsiders one up after just 10 minutes. Gordon Armstrong's shot, Thorsford pushes it out, and a simple tap-in for Pascoe. Ten minutes later, Spurs' week was assuming crisis proportions. Now, Peter Davenport's been in splendid form this season. There's a neat 1-2 played and a fine finish from Davenport. Spurs 2 down and looking at their second successive league defeat. Too much for referee Ian Henley. He limped out of the game with a calf injury, and within a minute his replacement, Mike Alexander, was the least popular man at White Hart Lane. There's a powerful header from David Howells. It's disallowed, though, presumably for offside against Lineker. The Spurs players not happy about it. Paul Walsh was introduced in the second half to immediate effect. Howells' free kick, and number 5 of the season for Paul Walsh. What a handy man to have on the bench. Just 5 minutes later, Walsh is at it again. This is Howells on the near side. Walsh again. Big deflection. And Spurs are level. Just as we look at it again, the deflection comes off Gary Hours. And poor Tony Norman in the Sunderland goal has no chance. Well, Spurs now look to be in complete command, but as so often happens, they left themselves open at the back. Some brilliant work there by Marco Gabbiadini, and Pascoe is in for his second. Sunderland 3-2 up. A great game, this one at White Hart Lane, and a sting in the tail as well. Paul Walsh, so much involved, and the England skipper Gary Lineker heads the equaliser. 3-3. What a great match. Kendall's return to Everton was supposed to herald the Merseysiders' revival, and Stuart McCall, the Scottish midfield player, is doing his best to make it happen. A spectacular volley, enough to earn Everton their first win with Howard Kendall back in charge. This really is an outstanding strike at goal. Well, the Coventry City player manager Terry Butcher could do with a similar result. His side came very close to forcing a draw. David Speedy's effort, and hooked away from the jaws of his own goal by Martin Keown. When you're down, though, the luck deserts you. 1-0 Everton. No respite for beleaguered QPR at Plough Lane. Manager Don Howe still without 3 first-choice defenders, and it shows. Gus Caesar on loan from Arsenal with a bad back pass. Terry Gibson is in. Warren Barton's cross, and Paul McGee heads home. McGee proving a real handful for First Division defences. Wimbledon continue to enjoy themselves in the second half. Watch for a really powerful effort from Krasinski there. And John Fashanu first to the rebound. Wimbledon 2 up. Rangers now in total disarray at the back. Free kick from Warren Barton. As McGee runs over the ball and Fashanu heads home. Wimbledon to the top 6, 8 defeats in a row for worried Rangers. Crystal Palace were the latest visitors to Stamford Bridge, scene of many a broken reputation. The Eagles had Andy Thorne back at the heart of their defence. His presence up front forced the ball through a crowd of players. Palace ahead against the run of play. But Chelsea, after beating Tottenham here last week, were soon level. Corner from Dennis Wise, a firm header from Graham Stewart. The Palace back four left very static. Into the second half, Chelsea running the show. 20 minutes to go. Gordon Jury, and watch for a wicked deflection after some great control from Jury. Fullback Richard Shaw is the unfortunate player. Keeper Nigel Martin has no chance. 2-1, Chelsea still unbeaten at home. United expected Brian Robson back after injury for the visit of Leeds, but it's his deputy in the number 7 shirt, Lee Sharp, who's having a great spell at the moment. Sharp's cross falls nicely for Neil Webb. Big deflection off McAllister, but Webb will claim the goal. Not much time, though, for the United fans to celebrate. Leeds strike back 5 minutes later. Mel Sterland from 25 yards. 1-1. Then the side Old Trafford had waited for. Brian Robson's return to league football after an absence of 7 months, and Robson soon involved with a typical piece of opportunism. Brian Robson's back, and that's great news for England and Manchester United. Overnight snow in East Anglia made life a bit of a lottery at Carrow Road. There are always going to be mistakes on a surface like this. Visitors Southampton first to adjust to the conditions. Matthew Le Tissier showing a sureness of foot in the Norwich area. 1-0 Southampton. Things soon to change, though. The snow really seemed to be inhibiting Norwich's passing game till the 36th minute. Norwich put together their first real move of the match, and David Phillips provided the finish. That shot too good for Tim Flowers. Second half, 2 goals in 2 minutes settled the match. The first courtesy of Saints defender Neil Ruddock. You don't want to see a video of that one again. And the applause had barely died down when Norwich fullback Mark Bowen forced his way into the Saints area. There's a poor back pass from Cockrell. 3-1. The Saints snowed under.
Worthington. Wilson. Worthington switches it to Hart on the right. That's a good effort. Oh, what a tremendous goal by John Hart. His first ever in English football, and one he'll remember for the rest of his days. 13 minutes to half-time, and one of the goals of the season has given Sheffield Wednesday the lead. The American World Cup player came forward and just decided to have a crack. And what a crack it was. To beat Peter Shilton from that range, it's got to be some shot. It was. So Hart, so we know he can certainly get the ball a long distance with his foot. Now throws similarly dangerously to the near post. Right clearance, dropping for Wilson, back to Harks again. And Wilson invites Harks to make the cross, and he's got a lot of targets in the middle. Oh, and it's turned in! It's a lovely goal! And a dance of delight from the scorer, Paul Williams, and Harks, who scored the first, has helped to make the second for Sheffield Wednesday. And King gets it clear. Sage, in fact, who's come on in the right-back position. Slung forward, Hartford's header! Tremendous save! Bit of pressure now on the Wednesday goal for a change. And it drops kindly, and it's slammed in! And they're back. Micklewhite hitting the goal along the ground all the way, and Derby County have got the goal they wanted.